It's 5 in the morning. We're getting started out of our little pondside camp. Beautiful sunrise. The wind blew a bit gusty last night. The frogs went on and off. It was a very interesting evening. And the deer came to visit a couple times. So I heard some of them slipping on the rocks and huffing this morning. So I got to be pretty good at changing clothes inside the bug bivvy and getting everything ready to pack up. So I'm going to get back up to the top where this little trail branched off and have breakfast up there away from the mosquitoes. Had breakfast up here on top, but I don't think I avoided any mosquitoes. So I don't think that was a very clever plan. In the end, I got fed. I'll just see how many mosquito bites I got on my legs later. If you stop moving, they're all over you. Okay, beautiful morning. The idea today is we're just going to go a short distance to a alternate trail to get around the Devil's Peak snow slide, which people are glizzodding, but there's no way I'm doing that. I've had some interesting experiences. Plus there's rocks being exposed now, they say, and it's getting more dangerous. So it'll only add about half a mile and take us between some beautiful lakes. Probably in close contact with a bunch of our mosquito friends again. Well, let's get on with the morning. The mountaintop is made up of these flat, broken pieces of rock. Sounds like you're walking on broken china plates, but it is rather unusual and interesting. I think we'll get a view of Mount Thielsen there. Beautiful. I'm guessing that big rise there is Devil's Peak, which we're trying to avoid. And the mosquitoes are even up here on all this rock. What are you guys doing up here? Been dealing with some on-trail snow so far. These patches like this aren't bad, but you can tell from the low walk-arounds that not that long ago there was a lot of snow here. Okay, we've reached the Seven Lakes turnoff, and so now we'll be taking this. Hopefully don't run into too much snow going that way. Well, right away the Seven Lakes trail gets into snow traverses, and if I look ahead, it looks like more and more snow traverses. So I don't know that that's safe either. So I think what we're going to do is follow the PCT, and we'll get to the critical section and take a look, because that does not look like fun. We'll take a look. Okay, so here's the trail going right into the snow. It looks like there's a track this way. We'll check it out and see what it looks like. I don't know that I'd follow the ridge. So let's see what's this. There's the glissade track. Not taking that for sure. That's pretty steep. There is a open rocks around this way, and it looks like it does connect down there, and that's the general direction of the trail, so we're going to do that. Okay, I've wedged myself in here so I could get my micro spikes on, and it looks like the boot track here is like the only way down. Otherwise, you got to go even more vertical. So I'm hoping I can kick my heels in and stay on the side. If not, use a involuntary trekking pole glissade, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, I made it down from up there. Whee! All right, feel safe now. Walking campsite down there is probably right off trail. I think that's where it picks up. So I think the worst of it's over. Whee! Been lots of snow-covered trail. As you can see, it goes on, but at least we're not on a huge mountainside. Really true of any area with snow, but the mosquitoes have been particularly bad, and I haven't been able to take the head net off for most of the morning. I peeked under it to get some water, but there's another water source coming up in a while, and I'm hoping I can fill up there and then stop to eat something. The mosquitoes really make it so that you don't want to stop, and that's not good. So I gotta get some food in me. Okay, found a place where the mosquito pressure was only moderate and was able to drink a liter of water and get a couple snacks in me. I feel a lot better. Nice trail. Well, as I was crossing over a downed tree, it kind of caused me to go around the trail. Came out on another trail and continued for half a mile because it was really pleasant. But it was the wrong trail, so that cost me a mile round trip. And it happens sometimes, especially with the blowdowns and stuff. I guess we're going to have to decide whether to make it a long day or a short day. There's no in between. It'd be like 25 to get to Mazama village, which I did yesterday. Or it's more like 15. So we'll see. Well, before I got to the ponds, I found this snow melt runoff, which is ice cold, and drank a whole liter. very interesting day. Got a little water stress there, but I tell you, one advantage of being on the edge of a burn zone is there are no mosquitoes. And I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed having a meal without mosquitoes. Lovely. And I've been rationing water until I could find snow. So I found some snow on the trail, packed up my CNOC bag with that, poured some water in so it'll melt. And that'll ride on the back of my pack through this hot spell here. And we should be able to have some more water. I believe that's the rim up there, Crater Lake. So for the last hour or so, I spent a lot of time walking over these snow humps. Boy, nothing to them, they're just kind of fun. And this last stretch, well more than half of the trail has been covered with snow like this. It's made the going slow. The mosquitoes are crazy. It looks like the snow bent this down into a snowbank, and then the snowbank froze and held onto the branch, and now the branch has no snow on it and is springing back, but the ice is still hanging from it. How often do you see that? Made it into Mazama village, and who should I see? Fishhook! And he was kind enough to invite me to join his dinner reservation. So here at Annie's, we'll get squared away and get some food in us and a lot more water. It's 15 till 7 in the morning, and we've taken a shower, made some breakfast from the extra day of hiker food I had left over from getting here early. I pushed myself a little too hard. I was in pretty bad shape when I got here last night and had thoughts of just going home, but that was my own fault. I was dehydrated, underfed, and overhiked. So things are better this morning. Well, we're hanging out at Annie's restaurant here in Mazama Village. The cutoff to get down here is at mile 1823.3. But if I do a analysis of down the side trail and all the way back to Snow Lake where I camped, it's 26.8 miles, so almost 27 miles yesterday. That is way too much. Not going to do that again. I had a nice breakfast here, saw Fishhook, Fluffy, and Sprawl all here. Fluffy and Sprawl are going to skip up to miss the snow, and Fluffy's from Bavaria and wants to get back home soon. Fishhook is marching out here in about 30 minutes, and he's going to start up the rim trail. So now that I'm rested, had some food, had a shower, feel a lot better. A lot better than yesterday. I was on my last leg, so you're going to have days like this, and remember, just don't overdo it. I did learn some things, melt the snow for water, and how to keep pushing when you have to, but I don't want to have to. And I guess one of the lessons is don't make it so you have to. So thanks for hiking with me, and remember, we're doing the impossible, and that makes us mighty.